Okay, welcome back everybody. Today I get to talk about this book, Show Your Work. I talked about it a little bit in my last video, and today I want to review it a bit more and kind of talk about what I've learned from it and stuff like that. But also, I've started reading this book in the meantime. It's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Potato. But actually, it is a very interesting book, and my fiance read it, and so I'm reading it now. And so far, so good. I'm on chapter 2, and once I finish reading this one, I'll probably make a video about that too. And most excitingly, I got a package. Let's open my package. So this is Steal Like an Artist. This is also by Austin Kleon, the same guy that wrote Show Your Work. And I got it because, well, I liked his first book, so why not get the second book? Actually, this book came out first, but since I was inspired to actually get going from his first book, this one is supposed to kind of give you more of an idea how to inspire yourself. And I find that to be like a very typical problem for me. I have like great ideas, but I really lack inspiration for how to come up with them. Or like another way to put it is, if I'm browsing through Reddit, I see all these really cool things, and every time I think, wow, I could have thought of that, but I didn't. And I want to get better at thinking about those things. I want to get better at not being the one who sees the cool commercial or the cool video, but the one who thinks of it and then makes it first, you know? So that's what I'm hoping I get out of this book. It's very well rated by lots of people, and I really liked how he presented everything in the last book, so that's the hope. And of course, I'll talk about that one when I finish it too. But first we have to finish The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Potato. Okay, so like I said, today's video is going to be all about this book by Austin Kleon, Show Your Work. It's going to be pretty short and to the point because, much like myself, I don't think you want to listen to a 20-minute video with an in-depth review. Unless, of course, you do, in which case you can comment down below and let me know. Also, while you're down in the comments, please feel free to click the like button if you enjoy the video, and click the subscribe button if you want to help me grow my community. Of course, we're just starting out, but it's a lot of fun to finally feel like you're growing something, and clicking the like button helps YouTube know that what I'm making is actually pretty interesting. So if you like it, click the like button. So like I said in my last video, I was largely inspired to finally make that last push into starting a channel because of this book. And so without going too deep into it, I kind of want to give you an idea of what this book is about and what's so special about it that it gave me that last little push I needed. So while if you were to ask me what this book is about, I'd have a pretty hard time telling you in just a few short words. If I had to, I guess I would simply say that the book Show Your Work is about trying to get you to be a creator in the world and produce something to show off to the world. But even that is really kind of vague, and it's very hard to get someone to understand what that means just in those terms. So the first major thing I got from this book, and I think you can divide this book into basically three main lessons, is that you just need to start making something and show it off to the world. So make anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Just show your progress and show the work that you're doing and put it out to the world. It doesn't matter if you put it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or show some friends with an email. Just show someone and make something. And as you do that, you've instantly put yourself into the sense of momentum that now that you've started, you can keep going. And also you've now put yourself into some kind of community of people. For me, one of my favorite places to go for inspiration is Reddit, and I see so many great people post cool things there that's like a big step for me that I want to get into next. I want to start making things and putting them onto Reddit so people can see it and give me their feedback, and as a way to show my work and also join a community, much like what I'm doing with YouTube. So of course, that first step is just so huge. You just need to make something. My video last week, I wouldn't call it a blockbuster, right? But it was something, and the fact that I did it is already keeping me going now, right? And so like I just mentioned, by getting past that first step, you now are part of a community. And it doesn't matter what the community is. Like I said, you can go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever platform you feel most comfortable with, and use that. And by doing that, you now get a chance to both learn more on your own and from others, as well as give your knowledge to other people. And that's like a huge step, because as you finally get to learn enough that you can teach it, you're making a huge stride in your own personal success and your own personal self-worth of what you're creating. And you can do this without being spammy, right? You don't have to just go into a community and only show off your work. You don't have to join a Reddit subgroup and just show off video after video saying, oh yeah, look at the first thing I made in After Effects or in Blender. You can tell what I look at all the time. You don't have to be that person. You don't have to spam all the stuff you create. You can also be the person ingesting it. You can be the one saying, yeah, this looks great, and helping people further their own craft. And by doing that, you become more of an expert and also, more fluent in what you're doing, more capable of everything that you're doing, because you can recognize those differences. So second point from this book, without a doubt, is finally become part of a community, and don't be too spammy. Be willing to both give and take from people's work. And so the last point that you can really take from this book, I'm going to take it right out of the chapter titles. Learn to take a punch, sell out, and stick around. And I think you can conglomerate those all into just like one really key point, is you need to be ready to accept that what you put out to the world will be criticized. People will tell you it's not good, but people will also tell you it's great. And you shouldn't be afraid of accepting both the negative and the positive critiques to become even better. Don't be afraid to be successful. Don't be afraid to take what you've got going and run with it all the way till the end. And when you start to get bored and you feel like, oh, I've done everything I can here, start over, become an amateur in something else. If you are great making After Effects based text ads and you're amazing at it, but you're starting to get bored, go back, do some other motion graphics, learn how to do 3D software, learn, how to do your taxes in an even more efficient way. Do something, be ready to be an amateur, because that humbleness will only help you. Because there's something exciting about being an amateur, right? I'm not a pro YouTuber. This is only my second video. I have 4 subscribers. I'm an amateur here. But in other aspects of my life, I'm an expert, or at least consider myself an expert, and that's the fun of it. I get to be an amateur again and start over and show you guys something cool starting from the ground up, instead of just always being the one that knows what he's doing. So don't be afraid to sell out. Don't be afraid to say, I'm successful and I deserve that next promotion. I deserve that next step forward. Don't be afraid of the punches. Take them, absorb them, and use them to push yourself even further. And when you're getting bored, do something new. Be humble, be an amateur. Don't be afraid of needing to learn new information, because it can be kind of fun. Okay, cool. So now that I've paraphrased the entire script that I wrote for this video, because I don't want to be staring like this the entire time I read, let me just summarize everything I said. First off, it's okay to be afraid, but take that leap. Show something to somebody in the world. It doesn't matter where, just do it. It's the hardest step, but it's because everything after that gets simpler. You're now at the top of the hill and you're about to roll down into like success probably. You just have to take that first climb. Secondly, whatever community that step lands you in, embrace it, learn from it, be willing to add to it and be willing to take from it, because that's like the best way to go. That's how you will grow a community that will help inspire you for the future. Don't just be a taker, and don't just only talk about yourself. Do both, take and give. And finally, now that you're finally on your way, accept that people are gonna hate, people are not gonna like it, but people will also like it, so take both. It doesn't always feel one-to-one, but it can be. Roll with the punches, take the positivity you get and keep pushing yourself forward with it. And when you're ready for a new start, do it. Don't be afraid. Take that step again and be an amateur and grow again. In my opinion, there's nothing more exciting than growing forever. I love to learn. I love to keep doing something new. And that can be really exciting, and don't be afraid to take that step. Okay, I've talked long enough about this book, but I really do highly recommend that you pick this up. On Amazon, it's like $10, 10 euros. Right now I live in Germany, so it was like 10 euros, but I've seen it for like 10 bucks too. So it's not that different in the major currencies. Of course, I have it as a paperback. I prefer reading actual books instead of like e-readers. I just can't get into them no matter how hard I try, but I think Amazon's Kindle program has it for like $6, $8, so it's a little cheaper there. Definitely like a really good read. I super highly recommend it, especially if you've been like pushing yourself to finally start something new or something creative. This can definitely be a good way to like get yourself going and to give you an idea of how to get started, because without a doubt, when you see all this stuff on YouTube and Twitter that's like showing you all this great stuff, but you're seeing people after they put the work in. And right now, you and I are starting out at the beginning, and we still need to put the work in. And I think this book can really help you to like realize that and figure out what first steps to take. So again, thanks for watching. I super duper appreciate everyone that sticks around for the whole video and who likes and subscribes. course, leave some comments of your thoughts down below. I'd love to talk about it. And again, definitely like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more in the future. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.